All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get this call and webinar started. This is Dr. Scott calling in today from Dayton, Ohio, and I'm joined by two very dear friends of mine and two individuals that have created irrefutable results with iZigg and 90210. And we're going to discuss here over the next 15 minutes what you can do in your market. I'm joined by Greg Akers and Jamie McGuire. And guys, I make fun of Dayton, Ohio a lot because, you know, it's a city of the walking wounded, the fifth emptiest city in the country in regard to real estate. And we look at, and we're going to go through this here today, guys, the results that we've created in this market, I don't care what city you live in, I don't care where you are, what's your background, what's your ethnicity, what's your education level, there are no excuses for you not to go hit the financial home run of your life with what we're about to discuss here today. Now, to start out the webinar, we make it very clear in all of our calls and all of our communications that we provide zero financial claims. There's no guarantees. This isn't about getting an agency or partnering with iZigg and expecting money to fall from the sky. But what we're about to show you is undeniable. It's irrefutable. Our results are stellar across the entire country. We're at the birth, at the very forefront of a global mobile revolution. It's projected that right now over $1 trillion is up for grabs. And I don't care, again, who you are, what you do. If you want to change your life, if you want to create financial return, if you want to create mobility and flexibility, you've got to go where the money is. And the money, make no mistake, is in mobile with no end in sight. So, Greg, I'd love to begin with you. We're going to flip through these slides and just share what occurred here in little old Dayton, Ohio, little town in Ohio. Let's go through these examples. Then we're going to go through our vertical market sheets that allow anyone across the entire country, no matter what city or state you live in, to accomplish the same results and more, because right now we're at the sweet spot in the mobile sector. We begin with text messaging because texting is king. It's the #1 activity in all cell phone use today. People would rather text than talk. However, when applied to the business sector, the most underutilized communication channel out there. But I don't want folks to get caught up on text messaging because iZigg is so much bigger, because the mobile space, particularly with the influx of smartphones, is endless, from social commerce to entertainment, interactive television, music, games, movies, iPhone apps, BlackBerry apps, international markets. The list is endless. The limitation for everything mobile is distribution power. And every day I get asked, throughout the day, well, what makes iZigg distinct? What gives you guys the competitive edge? Guys, write these factors down, 5 key factors. And if you keep these 5 factors at point or in mind, you're going to go, man, these guys truly are the game changer in the market. We have the ability to go change lives in very compressed time periods. Factor 1, right before you, 90210. Not 86247, not 24929, not 12642, a number that even after you say it, you forget. 90210, the most branded, the most recognized, the most memorable number of all time. Even the way that we say the number speaks branding. We don't say 90210 as you would any other number. It's 90210 because it's been branded that way for decades, not just here in the United States, but all across the global market. Factor 2, price point. Our contracts are stellar, beyond price-appealing plans, all featuring no setup fees or contracts. Factor number 3, unlimited. We're a nation of unlimited. We expect unlimited cell. We expect unlimited internet. A lot of companies state in the mobile space that they offer you unlimited plans, but they limit you on the subscriber base. So yes, you can send unlimited messages to 10 people. Well, that's just silly. It's ridiculous. We have unlimited subscriber base plus unlimited messaging to those individuals. 4th factor, ease of use and functionality. Guys, we make mobile unbelievably simple, of which we're going to walk through several campaigns right here in little old Dayton, Ohio, to show what you can do in one small little market in this mass nation of which we live. The 5th factor is really what separates us from the pack, because you can have the best product or service in the world, and unless you have the ability to acquire market share quickly and aggressively, you're a nobody in the market. And while every other mobile company in the space is going after market share through a door-to-door traditional sales approach. It's slow, it's inefficient, and it's impossible to scale. Yes, we pay out 70 cents out of every revenue dollar that comes into iZigg, but we don't have to pay that until after the point of sale, allowing entrepreneurs, you on this phone, to go into business right now today with the .com of the mobile media sector for as little as what equates down to $1.23 per day, which not only puts you in business, but provides our entire platform for the entire year where you have no staff, you have no customer service issues, you have no bookkeeping, no accounting, no shipping, no receiving, no cost of goods sold, no products to store in your garage or your home. You have the ultimate leveraged income business. Anybody that can't make $1.23 per day business in this market sector at this time with what we're about to share with you, unbelievably profitable, check their pulse and see if they're alive. Because, guys, it's time to go beyond mediocre. It's time to go beyond average. We've become a society and a nation of whiners, complainers, wishers, and thinkers, all wanting and wishing for a better life. Guys, if you want a better life, we don't need recovery in this country. We need reinvention. We need reinvention through entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs understand one simple factor. Go where the money is. Wealth is created not through hard work. Wealth is created by working smart in the right market sector at the right time. And as stated, we're at the birth of a global revolution in mobile. And we have the ability, with what we're about to show you right now, to go change the game. So Greg Akers, welcome to the webinar. Share with us what's happening here in little old Dayton, Ohio. Doesn't need to be specific. We're looking at Cassano's, the Pizza King. I love the results. I love when you just shared with me several examples that compare Facebook and social networks to what we can do in mobile. Both go hand in hand, but the bottom line in regard to mobile is it's faster, it's far more viral, and it's far more impactful with greater results than anything we've experienced throughout history. So welcome to the webinar. Share with us what's happening in little old Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, for sure, Dr. Scott. And, unfortunately, in little old Dayton, Ohio, we don't have an hour for this webinar. We're limited to 15 minutes. But if we went through and showed you every campaign within a 15-mile radius of where I sit right now, it would blow your mind. And that's what's so encouraging about this company. I had an individual that contacted me and said, well, I guess Dayton's off the map. I said, off the map? My goodness, no. I said, there's still $1 million in income that can be made just in a 10 or 15-mile radius of where we sit right now. Now, again, no income claims or guarantees. I know that. But, guys, if you look at all of these different examples that Dr. Scott's going to show, not one of them came from a heavy-handed sales approach nor a fancy sales presentation. They started as a casual conversation, among friends. And one conversation that occurred between my son and somebody installing subwoofers that's led to another massive campaign, and that's going to lead to national implications because of it. So what we look at here is just social proof that 100% validates the opportunity that we have. It means that you can go out and represent a product to your friends, your family, your business contacts that's not going to let you down. Guys, it's the hula hoop. You don't have to be able to make the hula hoop go around your waist, but by God, if you can show it to people, it is going to sell, and it's going to be massive across this country. And these examples, again, are just in the Dayton, Ohio market. And I get so jazzed when I start talking to some of the individuals and some of the companies who initiated campaigns, one of which was a Domino's franchise owner. That Domino's franchise owner launched his Facebook fan page on March the 2nd. March the 2nd, he launched his Facebook fan page and told everybody, love my page, like my page, and tell your friends. Guys, he's got 392 fans on his Facebook page. On June the 28th, he launched his Domino's Mobile VIP Club. In 24 hours, he had 60 people. He now has 2,125 members of his Mobile VIP Club, driving customers every day. He said this is absolutely the most dynamic, the most powerful, the most profitable marketing he's ever done. And I told him, I said, John, could you repeat that? And he started to repeat it to me again. I said, no, John, not to me. I want you to pick up the phone and call 5 other Domino's franchise owners, and I want you to call 2 other business owners you know and tell them that same thing. Guys, that's what's spreading this thing virally across the country. And I love this Ned example because this happened as a result of my son getting subwoofers installed into his car, and that place had a little Facebook fan page, and they had 5 people following their Facebook fan page. And I said, kind of tough driving traffic to that, isn't it? He said, yeah, people got to go out and find it. I said, do you want to drop it right onto their phone? Well, how's that? I said, text CSM, Car Stereo Max, text CSM to 90210, and that will immediately point people to your Facebook page. Well, guys, what he did then, he sent out a text message at 9:46 a.m. and said the first 4 people that walk through my door get a $25 gift certificate for Car Stereo Max. Well, one of the people who got that message happened to run the bar, Ned Peppers. He said, dude, I need that. That's what I need for my club. And so, therefore, he called me up and he said, hey, look, I got somebody who loved the text message you got. Can you talk to him about this? I contacted him. Guys, in a matter of 15 minutes, he said, I want that. Text Ned to 90210. Outstanding. Love it. Now, through the power of Facebook, his mobile platform now has countless people who have opted in to this. He said, I never could have imagined I could have reached the people like that. He said, now I can drop drink specials right into their lap. Guys, I'm going to get hoarse and I'm going to get passionate about this over the coming weeks because I'm going to get out there and I'm going to tell more and more and more and more and more and more and more people because that's what's leading to the mass success that this company's having. And that's why you're going to hear from individuals like Jeannie McGuire here on the phone, who's busy as all get out, yet she's figured out how to incorporate this into her life, and she is having success at it as well. So, Dr. Scott, I hope I didn't get too long-winded there, but doggone, I'm so passionate about everything that's going on just in this little market and where it leads to, because guess what? This little market has a phone call. People can pick up the phone and call other people. I always say the great thing about Dayton is it's got I-75 and it's got an airport. That's what connects us to the rest of the country and the rest of the world. And if we can start here and spread out spirally and virally, we will reach every corner of the United States and every point on the globe. So, Dr. Scott, thanks so much for having me here on the webinar. It's an honor every day to build this thing. I get excited. I told one guy today, he said, well, when can I call you? I said, you know what? You call me, and if I'm in bed, I'm getting out of bed to talk to you because that's how important this is. And you're going to see over the coming days here as you read some of the eulogies about Steve Jobs, and not to be a downer, but it's so inspirational when you read the stories about him. He said he never wanted to waste 1 second of time on something that didn't matter. Guys, this matters. And we can go out right now and help other businesses, help individuals create a better lifestyle for themselves, so don't waste a minute of time. So, Dr. Scott, thank you so much, and I really appreciate everything you're doing on a daily basis and really value the relationship that I have with this company and with you and your family.
Well, Greg, we're changing the game. And, when you look at timing in business, people always go, well, I'm busy. Guys, we're all busy. We all have 24 hours in the day, not a second more, not a second less. Doesn't matter how efficient or proficient you are, we all have 24 hours. And it's how you invest that time that equates to the life and the lifestyle that we all live. And the large majority of this country needs to step back and have a slap across the face and go, you're wasting time. You're wasting time trading time for dollars in a system that's broke. There was an interesting article printed in the New York Times on July 13th of 2011 called The Startup of You. And I'll keep it real short. The premise of the article is we're currently experiencing a 9.2+% unemployment rate. We have one of the worst job markets, one of the worst insecurity and debt loads that we've ever experienced. Retirement plans are non-existent. We're no longer in our parents' job market. The average person has 10 to 14 jobs by the young age of 38, and the list continues. We've got a government that approaches the situation as if it's 1960s talking about recovery. Guys, we're never going to recover to what it once was because we're in a brand new economy. The tens of millions of jobs that have been lost will never be seen again because they no longer exist. So if we need to reinvent this economy, of which is absolutely needed, we need to get back to who built this country, and it's entrepreneurs. And entrepreneurs follow one simple rule: go where the money is. Wealth is created by being positioned not at the middle, not at the end of a major economic shift. And unfortunately for all of us, major shifts are few and far between throughout our lifetime. Last major shift was now 18 years ago as we converged to the internet and email. There were people that were so unbelievably naive to say that The internet is just a trend. It's just a fad. People will never order off the internet because it's not secure. People will never order merchandise because they can't try it on. People will never do this. They will never do that. They will never do this. And it was all false. The reality is that the internet was a brand new economy, just as mobile is a brand new economy. And I don't care who you are or what you do, if you think you're going to sustain yourself in today's on-the-go society without branding, connecting, and communicating via mobile, you are sadly naive at best. So as we proceed into transitioning the economy, it's just a matter of who's going to profit. Guys, it's going to happen with or without you. There's no good or no bad. But if you want to change and transition your life, creating not just immense financial return, but a life that's based off mobility and flexibility. And that, to me, is absolutely priceless. Guys, we've got, in this country alone, 30 million small businesses. Add on top of that schools, associations, churches, synagogues, local business professionals. The list is endless. The market is wide open for the taking. But you know what really makes iZigg distinct is entrepreneurs. See, we don't just allow a person to go make a little bit of part-time income. We can take that little $1.23 per day business and ramp it up to $100,000 plus per week with no staff, no liability, no shipping, no warehousing, all the stuff that I discussed. Again, every time we talk about money, it's unfortunate in this country that we have to give the financial disclaimer. Well, what does the average person make? Well, and again, this may seem cold to people. Guys, to me, the average person is a quitter. The average person is a loser. The average person just wants to whine and complain about life and not change and transition. So the average person here makes nothing. If you're on this webinar and you think that you're above average, let's go change the game. Let's do something significant. Let's forget about mediocrity. Let's go create lifestyle. What we've all dreamt of growing up as kids in this great country of which we're all fortunate to live. And Jamie, I'd love for you to share from your perspective. You know, you're an incredible busy, you're busy with your family, you're busy with your daughters, you're busy with work, you're busy with school, you're busy with everything, as we're all busy. But yet, you are creating one of the fastest and most profitable organizations in the entire country because you understand that it's not about sales, it's not about being a mobile media expert, it's just about putting this brand in front of people, directing them to view our 3 short videos, which are online 24/7, or can be viewed directly on your mobile device by simply texting mobile to 90210, and then we answer questions afterwards. Jamie, share from your perspective. You utilize 90210 for your Girl Scouts troop. You created such from the green to incredible results across the country. Share the simplicity of what we do and the fact that anybody, regardless of their time restraints, regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of their education level, regardless of anything, if you want to create financial return, if you want to create flexibility and mobility, this is the brand and this is the market sector to do it through. Welcome to the webinar.
Thanks, Dr. Scott. It's a pleasure to be on the webinar, and ultimately, you know, I look at my results that I've had in the market and how I'm building my organization, and I think the time that I invested in the profit that I've made is just amazing because not any job in corporate America could pay me the amount of money that I'm making for the little time that I'm putting in iZigg. I look at this as a 10-second business. It's merely share the videos, get on a 3-way, and, you know, just really use the videos as a pulse meter. If someone doesn't have questions after the videos, I'm like, next. But needless to say, I am busy, and it takes very little time to build this organization. I couldn't express how grateful and thankful I am to be a part of iZigg 90210. I'm just really looking forward to really building my organization bigger.
Yeah, you know, you look at the simplicity, and you look at, you know, I was speaking with George earlier today, which came from Dave, which came from, you know, it's relationship after relationship after relationship. Guys, this is an absolute no-brainer. You look at the amount of business professionals out there, the amount of business owners, and you look at their need to connect and communicate in today's on-the-go society. I don't care who you are or what you do. Here's the bottom line. Your success in business is directly correlated to your ability to effectively communicate who you are and what you do. Now, if you think that you're going to do that without connecting and communicating through the one and only device that people carry with them everywhere, it's literally an extension of their arm. People eat with it. They breathe with it. It's everywhere with them. And we make mobile simple. And I'm going to take just a couple seconds. These vertical sheets are now online, available for you in any community. We look at the ability. Just think of how many dining establishments. And Greg, I'd love for you and I just to discuss this real quick. Robert Eggers, great friend of ours, runs Papa John's Pizza, and he said something so impactful to me earlier this week. He said that it took him 3.5 years to build a Facebook following of 2,000 individuals. He did the same with 90210 in 10.5 weeks, and he's currently growing by 250 opt-ins every single week. Why? Because it's simple, it's viral, and it's where the market is today. Greg, I know you've had several examples about, the ability to grow viral. This is about people telling people telling people telling people. Just earlier today, with the brand new NED to 90210, you immediately told me, I told my friends, and instantly folks are being driven in literally tonight to go and experience that particular bar, of which I've never experienced in my life. I would have never stepped in there, but because of 90210, I'll be there tonight spending my money in that establishment. I love the ability of the viral component of 90210. Share from your perspective what that means for every business across this country.
Well, what it means, Dr. Scott, it means reaching customers that they never had to spend any incremental dollars to do so. Imagine that I'm sitting at my son's high school football game last night, and I get a message from Domino's Pizza that, hey, they're going to run a crazy Friday night special for a $3.99 large one-topping pizza. Well, then I'm immediately turning to all the friends in my immediate area and saying, hey, guys, look at what I just got from Domino's. And they said, well, how'd you do that? I said, well, grab your phone, text Hot Domino's to 90210, and you'll get the same. Guys, that's how Facebook built a $100 billion company, So it's that same principle, and it's so easy because 90210 is memorable. They've done a good job of giving me a name that I can remember. That's what's viral about this one, unlike any other mobile media company out there. If somebody told me today that they wanted to donate for Haitian relief, I couldn't tell them what to text and what right now, but I can 100% remember 90210. And if somebody does a good job of giving me a great offer, I'm definitely going to remember their keywords to be able to share with all my friends, family, and all of their friends, family, and contacts.
Yeah, you look at, and I'm pulling up here right now, guys, all of these vertical sheets are available at iZigg.com/mobile training. And if you scroll down and you see these vertical sheets, you'll see that all 8 pages, you have a vertical sheet for automotive, you have a vertical sheet for dining, you have a vertical sheet for entertainment, you have a vertical sheet for health and beauty, you have a vertical sheet for organizations, you have a vertical sheet for retail, you have a vertical sheet for restaurants or services, of which we just shared here. So from organizations to retail to services to automotive to health and beauty to entertainment to dining, guys, it's all at your fingertips. And, what's interesting is how people deny the inevitable until it becomes undeniable. Guys, this market, just as the internet, email, e-commerce, everything transitioned, there were people, oh, well, I don't get it. It's just a fad. It's just a trend. Guys, just as e-commerce was the future, m-commerce is the future. Mobile is a brand new economy. It's going to happen with or without you. And wealth is created again by being positioned at the forefront of that shift. Most people, again, deny the inevitable until it becomes undeniable. Either way, it's going to happen. So, guys, if you want to go out and change your life, rest assured now is the time. I don't care how busy you are. Rearrange your life. Just as Jamie McGuire is unbelievably busy with her family, unbelievably busy being a student, unbelievably busy being an employee, unbelievably busy with life, she's crushing it because she understands that this is simply a 10-second business. It's about putting this brand in front of people, allowing the videos to deliver the message, then allowing this team to get on the phone and answer questions with you and on your behalf. And then I look at, Greg, and you and I have discussed this multiple times, in regard to price point, people go, well, small businesses today can't afford mobile. Really? Are you delirious? Do you realize that the yellow page industry is still a billion-dollar business? Any small business that invests their hard-earned dollars in the yellow pages is, again, sadly naive and misdirected at best. You can do a full mobile campaign with iZigg, starting with iConnect for as little as $99 per month, no setup fees, no contracts. You can do that for less than a tiny little classified ad. Do you realize that a tiny little classified ad in a local paper for a week will cost you more than you can do a full mobile campaign with iZigg for the entire month? No setup fees, no contracts. Now people go, well, why would I be an agency owner and not just a customer? Well, I'll give you twofold. A, it's a far better price point, so we're going to give you a better price point on the exact same platform, plus we're going to put you in business and include you in the equity of our brand. Guys, look at it and just take this as common sense. If you look at our agency promo pack, add the $99 with the $349, it's $448 for the entire year. That includes 90210 for you to brand yourself, your company, your product, your service, your cause, in addition to every resource that you need to be in business and go build, whether it be part-time income, full-time income, or hit the financial home run of your life. That equates down to $123 per day. No staff, no liability, no shipping, no warehousing, no bookkeeping, no accounting, none of the stuff that you need to contend with in any other form of business. Guys, it's essential. If you want to make money in today's economy, it's essential to go where the money is and keep your investment low, your overhead low, and your profit potential massive. This little agency right here, for $448 total, $1.23 per day business, can be ramped up to $100,000 plus per week and far beyond. Wow. And again, we make it very clear because, you know, it's so sad in today's market. You got to give a financial disclaimer because heaven forbid you ever talk about money. Heaven forbid you talk about lifestyle. What does the average person make? The average person makes zero. The average person is a quitter. The average person is a loser. The average person is a wisher and a thinker and a wanter. We're not looking for average people. Guys, if you strive to be average, go get a job somewhere and trade time for dollars the rest of your life. If you want to be above average and go be a game changer in the market, no financial claims, no guarantees, let's go change the game. We've shown you irrefutable social results and proof in the open market. Whether you choose our agency promo pack or if you want to go and really hit it and hit it fast and furious, get our Charter Platinum Partnership. It's $2,595 for the entire year. It's literally a $20,000 retail package. You have unlimited messaging. You have VIP support, VIP resources, and most importantly, our Platinum Partnership, where we've aligned with the most sought-after success coaches and business mentors in the global marketplace, and we provide that training and private events to you as a Platinum partner absolutely free of charge. Guys, whatever the package is, doesn't matter. The reality is get started and get started today because it's a land grab. We are the McDonald's of the mobile media sector. We have a nation and a global market of no golden arches anywhere in the mobile media sector. We have independent agency owners that are activating every single day, and they're going to spread the word. And the reality is if you don't pick up the phone and immediately call every single person you know and have influence with, someone else will, and they'll profit rather than you. Guys, this is a simple business. It's filled with support. It's filled with systems. Everything is in place for you where you can go change your life for as little as $1.23 a day. And I want you to really, and I want you to think about this. I want you to think about all the time that you've spent since the day you turned 18, in all the jobs, all the positions that you've held, all the time, the seconds, the minutes, the hours, the days, the weeks, the months, the years, and for some, the decades, add up all the time, all the stress, all the work, everything you've done, and ask yourself this question: would you do it again? And for the large majority of Americans, the answer is heck no. Guys, we've got something so unbelievably powerful and profitable in our hands. It's the most socially relevant, the most applicable, the most profitable market sector of our time with no end in sight. See, it's not limited to text messaging. With the influx of smartphones comes mass room to move in the mobile sector in addition to international markets. The limitation for everything mobile is distribution power. So guys, I'm going to conclude with this. If you want to change your life, if you want a life not just based off financial return, but a life based off flexibility and mobility, you found it. We're not perfect people by any means, but I promise you this: we're going to go build the biggest brand in mobile media, and we're going to completely change and transition the lives and the lifestyles of those who went and made that happen. So I'm going to conclude. I want Greg Akers' final remarks, Jamie McGuire final remarks. We're going to conclude this webinar. Greg Akers.
Yeah, you showed vertical sheets when you said the word vertical. Guys, this company's going vertical. And the one thing, every company goes through is a tipping point. And the one thing that you never know about a tipping point is when it occurs until after it's already happened. But absolutely 100% of the time to be positioned with this company is today, because that tipping point is coming, and it's coming here in America, and then it's going to come in Australia, then it's going to come in England, it's going to come in Canada, it's going to come in South America. Everywhere we go, this thing is going to hit. So those that are positioned and participating now, we're the ones that take that ride. So again, Dr. Scott, thanks so much for the webinar, and Jamie, I'll turn it right over to you. We might have lost you.
I just want to say, no, I'm still here. I apologize. I just want to say for the agents on the line, just go out and crank it. For the new individuals on the line, just get positioned and get started. It's literally a 10-second business, and there's great success to be had here as long as you go out and expose, three-way, expose, three-way, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it is that simple, and I'll conclude with this. Guys, it is a 10-second business. It takes 10 seconds to direct people to view our videos, say, listen, you need to check out iZigg. You need to see what's happening in the mobile media sector, and you need to be part of it. Our videos deliver the message, and with that, as you put people in front of those videos, you can't help but locate individuals and entities that want to brand via the .com of the mobile media sector, 90210, and simultaneously you can't help but locate individuals who are fed up with being fed up. 225 million Americans over the age of 18 in this country who are fed up with unemployment, they're fed up with job instability, they're fed up with being stressed out of their mind, working around the clock, living paycheck to paycheck, not getting anywhere. Guys, we are the game changer. We have the solution. We have the path. Get started. Get started today. I love when you say, Greg, if you want to change your tomorrow, you've got to do something today. And I know of no better place where you can go change your life for as little as $1.23 a day. And I'm going to be a little bit cold. I'm going to be a little bit frank right now. Guys, what else can you do with $1.23 a day? Maybe buy a cookie, maybe buy some candy, maybe buy an ice cream cone or perhaps a coffee, or you can go change your life. If the answer is not the latter, guys, I don't know what you're playing for in life. Get started. Get started today. Let's go change the game. Let's go completely change and transition the lives and lifestyles of each of our respective families. And let's go together, build the biggest brand in mobile media, and be the game changer in the market. Guys, thank you so much for your time and attention. With that, we're going to conclude this webinar. Get with the person who invited you. Get your agency started today, and let's have some fun. Let's go build the biggest brand in mobile media and, again, change and transition the lives and lifestyles of each of our respective families. With that, we'll conclude the webinar. Thanks so much for your time.